with an NFT, it's like when you sell it to somebody else, I get actually residual income on it. It's really great as an artist, like if you make something and it's popular and people are wanting it and they're constantly flipping it for profits, you're actually getting paid on almost every flip.
I think I bought a bunch of his NFTs. I didn't know they didn't exist.
Well, I mean, the market.
Oh, those were just straight up JPEGs that I sold you for like thousands of dollars. Yeah,
it's funny.
You're the only one that has it, though. You're the only one that has a JPEG.
So welcome to Close the Door Behind You. We have a special guest with a lot of advice today. He is an artist. He's a close friend. His name is Mike Dreeland.
Hello, guys. Thank you very much for having me today. This is great.
Hey, by the way, so Nat, the website is Dreeland. Is it Dreeland Art?
Dreeland.com, spelled MDREELAND.com.
All right, cool. So she's going to bring it up just in case we want to like reference any of your work and stuff. So
is it 18 plus the website?
There is a landing page where you're going to have to show your ID.
Not in North Carolina.
Nothing X-rated, though, to be honest. None of the artwork is X-rated. It's pop art style. It's very colorful. Put you in a good mood.
Yeah, then, so, like, tell us, like, how long you've been doing art?
So I've been painting since I was 21, kind of like a discovery intro to painting class in college. But I went to college for design and advertising and marketing. So basically just been kind of evolving my style since I was basically 21. Had a big art show in college and sold like 24 out of like 28 pieces.
Wow.
So kind of evolved into like a nice little kind of side hustle. And then after college, just, local coffee shops selling artwork. Any artists who want to get involved, went there, showed them a bunch of work. They liked it. Put 5 paintings in a coffee shop, sold 3. And then just kept on kind of rolling from there.
And this is greater New York City area. We're not talking about like you're in the big town.
Yes, this is in New York City. While at the time I was a art director and designer working at an ad agency, all in as well as doing tons of paintings and going to art shows and hustling art at night.
Remember when you were doing like art shows at clubs in New York City?
Yeah, that was. What was very interesting is that, like, when I first moved to New York City, the art world kind of just, like, shunned a lot of people in certain ways. And one where I was always like, hey, I'd like to show my artwork in your gallery. And the gallery would be like, well, who represents you? And I'd be like, well, nobody. And then I try to get a representative, and they would be like, well, what gallery are you in? And I was like, well, So at the end of the day, I was kind of like, you know what do I really need at the end of the day? Which was really just for like 4 walls and a roof. So at that point, I just kind of utilized like a lot of my advertising connections and like friends and, would just find these like raw spaces or, event spaces or clubs, that basically wouldn't really get, go until like 11, 12 o'clock at night. So I would go in there, utilize some sponsorship opportunities and, have like a pop-up art show in a club from like 6 to 10. So big crowd, people would come, new hotspot, and then a lot of people would just stay and party and buy art. So
but then, I mean, I remember you were doing stuff in like when I lived in Miami, you would come down and do like art shows in Miami, like Art Basel or like the subsidiaries of Art Basel. Like you've been all over the place.
Yeah, like, as sort of like I said, from like a coffee shop sales to like just, 10 years later, just like hustling, artwork in the city just opens up lots of different opportunities, like that kind of pop-up show over time evolved into a New York Times article, and then from there, that just opened up representation and different art shows and different collaborative opportunities. So that's what kind of eventually just got me down to showing at a few shows during Art Basel.
What happened to Mint Mustachio ice cream?
Mint Mustachio, great question. Mint Mustachio is a collaborative ice cream art project between Mikey Likes It Ice Cream down in the Lower East Side and myself. Him and I became good friends on a sneaker collaboration, and he wanted to sponsor my art show and serve ice cream to the crowd. And I was like, well, we can't just serve, vanilla and chocolate, and strawberry. Like, we're not doing that. Like, why don't we come up with something? So at the time, I was like, I had a big mustache and a beard, and I was like, well, I love chocolate chip mint, so can we do something with like chocolate chip mint mustaches and pistachios? So it was like a mint mustachio. So we made a gallon of that, and then we made something called.
You put mustache hairs in the ice cream?
No mustache. All inspired by things in one's beard.
The chips
Pretty
were
much.
in the shape of mustaches, right?
No, the chocolate chips were
That's
in
what I
the shapes
mean.
of mustaches.
Yeah.
In mint mustachio, particularly.
brilliant.
However, that was not the winner. He also made another batch of a flavor called banana beard, inspired by things that get stuck in one's beard, such as nuts, chips, pretzels,
What the fuck?
and banana flavored ice cream. Yeah, it was a huge hit, and yeah, it was great. So just kind of another cool collaborative project.
Nice.
So yeah, whenever I need something like done from an art perspective in my life, whether it's like make a sign, make a logo, blah blah blah, this is my guy, and so he's like carried me through my professional life and not knowing how to be artistic. So this is my guy, Mike Dreeland.
Nice.
Do
Yeah,
you
appreciate it.
Yeah, you're an artist too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes some pretty cool stuff. He's actually. Do you use AI at all?
I do use AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you feel about
Not
it?
art, not from a pop art painting perspective, but like a lot of artists, musicians out there, they all have like day jobs. And my day job is I'm a creative director in advertising on the art side. So over the past 2 years at work, I've been trained in AI. So I use it a lot for like ideas, comps, just quick video clips, quick logo designs, like ideas, ideating on a lot of stuff. So that's kind of what I use AI for. But yeah, I mean, it's AI in the art world now is like just a crazy game changer.
And does that like count? Like you're like, oh, give me this, and you come up with something. I guess you kind of created it with the tools of AI.
Yeah, I mean,
Are there
basically,
people-
it's all basically about AI is all about prompts, So it's all about how well you communicate like your direction, So if you're like, hey, I want an apple on a table, and you say that to like 20 people, you're gonna get 20 different apples, 20 different tables, 20 different backgrounds, But if you're like, I want a green apple on a modern table that's made of wood, in a country setting with a sunset in the background and 3 people around it, and like you're putting in all those words, like then you'll get closer to what you need. And then those tools in particular, whatever they spit out, they often spit out like 3 or 4 versions of it. So you're like, you know what, I like version 3, and make me a few more versions of that. So like, it takes time. It's not just like click a button, AI makes everything, call it a day. But it does take a lot of like, time to like kind of craft it and to kind of get
And
it to what you
refine
need.
and
Yeah.
adjust.
Have you ever like made anything super scary where you're like, I'm gonna, and you just kind of go down like a mischievous, like you're like, give me a this, and then you just come up with something. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like I, what's very interesting is one of the tools I use is Midjourney, and what's interesting, it's like an open platform, so people will put in the prompts that they're want, and then basically you can see what they're producing based off of the prompts they're
Yeah.
putting in. And a lot of these people are like photography driven, where they're like, I want like
murder scene or
backlit,
something, like-
shot 35 millimeter, like all these like photography terms that like, unless you're a photographer, nobody would really know. But they're just getting these like crazy results. So I was working on this project once, and I needed someone to show that they had like an excessive like itching. It was like for like dry skin, like dermatitis or something. And AI spit out like this guy with like 6 fingers.
That he could just itch himself with
And I
6
was like,
fingers?
all right. And then there was another comp that came out, and the woman had like 10 arms, and she's just like an octopus, like scratching herself.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, it did come out kind of cool.
Yeah.
But super weird, but
So
like kind of cool.
You mentioned Midjourney. What would you say like the most reliable, best tools that you're leveraging right now as an art creative director in AI?
I would say the 2 best tools, in my opinion, right now is Adobe came out with a platform called Adobe Firefly, like Adobe Creative Suite. Adobe Firefly is great, does a lot of cool stuff. I love that one. And then probably one of the best ones on the market, I think, is the Photoshop generative fill tool in Photoshop.
Really? I
Like-
find those both atrocious.
Yeah, well, Photoshop was kind of had a decline until AI came into effect, and now they had this like incredible generative fill tool, and it's like amazing.
Really? I
It's
found the
like-
generative generative fill tool never gets it right.
You know what it is that like I found where like before when you use AI, you have to be very specific on all these prompts that you want to do. I feel like in Photoshop, the less you say, the better. Like I was doing a thing where I needed to like remove a tree, and I was like, please remove the tree and fade the background and blah, blah, blah. It came out like crap. Just kept on going, and to the end I was just like, remove. And then bang, it was done. I was like, oh man, it took me like 40 minutes to just be like, water it down.
So brevity
you know?
is the soul of wit with the
Yeah, it's like it's kind of it's just it's just like another tool. You know what I mean? And I think like people say that today is like this will be like the worst AI that we ever experience, like today. So like just the growth on this is just like exploding. So it's just like it's just like everything else for just like another tool.
Well, what would you say about the people? So, like, okay, you have an interesting perspective because you've had a career, right? What would you say about the people who are now trying to get into that art direction and all that kind of stuff? And now they're competing with AI and they're competing with a sentiment of like executives kind of being like, well, I don't really need someone to do all this because I have AI. So what would you like? Is that unavoidable?
This is the thing about it. Like I said, it's like even with like younger people growing up with AI now, getting out of school, utilizing AI, that kind of stuff. It's just another tool like anything else. You know what I mean? I mean, one of the biggest things is that people talk about when it comes to AI. It's like, oh, the robots taking people's jobs, like all this stuff. Like when I started getting trained in AI and first got introduced to it, I was like blown away, and then somebody goes offline and goes, oh, I guess the robots are here taking our job, and like the head of innovation goes offline and goes, listen, it's not that you're going to be the robots that take your job. It's going to be someone that knows AI does. So learn it. And everyone's like, da-na-na-na.
Yeah.
So, and he's right, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's not even just like the creative industry that I'm in. It's like every industry, like every industry that people are in going forward are just like, you have to adapt some form of AI into your company.
Well, do you think it's going to be the degradation of like intelligence and quality, though?
I mean, this is the thing. One of the best things that I've heard about AI is that like it's like a really good intern. Like they do all your shit work, but like you still got to review their work. And that's kind of like what AI is. It's like always ask for more than what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a paragraph, ask for like 3, and then you just got to edit it down. I mean, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, it's like, oh, if this is too commercial, this is too funny, this is too witty. Like you just tell it. Be like, make this less witty, make this more commercial, and like it spits out something pretty good. But it's like it's not like a cut and paste kind of thing. You really got to kind of go through it and figure out the nuggets before you move it on.
Well, we on Closed Door Behind You have a particular advertisement. We have a company that sponsors the show, Mike. And it is Pokemon from Japan.
No kidding.
Specifically the Japanese Pokemon. And I'm going to let Christos take over and explain what we're going to do in this next section where we open up Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Unfortunately, just to be clear, we currently are in a standstill with the Japanese Pokemon company because they did not like that we were critical of some of their things because Imperial Japan still runs through strong in their blood. So they're not sending us Pokemon cards lately. So we have to go like scavengers and get the American
on like the black
ones.
market?
Well, no, they would send it to us before and also like with a samurai sword that said no cuts.
Oh, okay.
And then, exactly.
But it's cool they send you a sword.
Yeah. And then now we have to get it from the store. So Judson and I went to pick this up at the store.
Was
and
it
I
like
was gonna
10x
get
the
more.
money?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well,
But also, you
Show's
get
gotta go on.
limited. They don't let you buy
Like a
as
case
many
at
as you
once.
want.
Dude, it's so crazy. We were in Chicago. We were there for a show. And we ended up going to like some random, I forget what retailer was.
Yeah.
And
Target.
he was like so stoked that there were so many available. And he's like, here, you take these 3 at the. I go up to the thing. The lady's like, you're only allowed to buy 1.
No way.
Yep. Because it's
Did you
that
guys
crazy.
did you guys put the other 2 in your pants at that point?
No, I didn't think that far ahead. I was
run
going to
out
do
of
2
time.
That's a great
separate
idea.
transactions.
Yeah.
And then when we
Put
went
on your
back,
glasses,
they're gone.
loop back, throw
Yeah, I
Joe's
wanted to do
jacket
that.
on.
He was like, "No,
He
don't do
throws
that."
on your bling. You're like, I wasn't here before.
I almost reverted to like when I was 15 years old and I used to have like bums go and buy me beer at the liquor store.
Yeah. I wanted to do
You
that.
could have bribed somebody in the parking lot. Same thing. Hey man, can you go?
Oh, by the way, on that subject, I got this. I don't know what this is. It's a Pokemon. It was a gift that came in a meal from a Hawaiian place. And I knew that
Open
you
it.
might be interested. I'm going to let you open it.
You open it.
No, you. I only got one hand. Like a bag of chips.
Ah, they're just snacks. They're
they good
pretzels.
Pretzels?
Are they dry?
Is there
Are they
chocolate in them?
delicious?
I don't know if they're gluten free. So here, try it.
What's the sugar level content on those?
Yeah, you think they care?
No, they don't even. It's just like a marked bag with a number.
Just gonna eat it.
I don't know. That doesn't look good. You want
Try it.
Looks like a
Look like
rabbit.
Cocoa Puff. Like one of those weird chocolatey, sugary
Yeah,
syrups.
it tastes exactly like Cocoa Puff.
I'm
Oh,
not eating
really?
that thing. No way.
All right, so we'll open
Yeah, open up the secret box.
secret box.
There's a lot of backstory to the Pokemon cards. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Just for the record, I don't know anything about these.
We're gonna give Nat this poster. Nat, this poster is for you.
That's good for
Aw.
these. That's good
Can
for
you
the
open
studio.
up the poster
Yeah,
since
sure,
you're an
let's take
art
a look.
guy?
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Hopefully I won't rip it. All right, all this is nice.
That's a big poster.
Yeah. This is going to take up the whole
Holy
office.
cow.
This looks cool.
Oh,
Christos.
Nat, you
Whoa.
should put this in your bedroom.
Look at this.
Christos.
Look at that,
Look at
dude.
this. Pokepalooza.
Pokepalooza.
This thing is great.
Holy cow, show the camera.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get more over on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And on the
That's
other
pretty
side,
awesome.
it's a big graphic of the black and white
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, what do we got there? Oh, this is cool. I'd probably
Zekrom
go
and
with this one.
Reshiram.
This one in the back.
Does this say anything about like the value of the cards or anything like that?
No, not on the back.
I don't know. Let's see.
That's pretty dope. Which side would you put in your bedroom, Nat?
Do you hear me?
Card side?
Probably
or,
the
I
card.
can't hear her at
Just
all.
go one or two.
One.
One?
The first one.
You do the side with the Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't think it's got. I mean, is that like a? I don't know what that is.
That's
is that a number?
Zekrom, yeah. That's his
Zekrom?
HP.
Does that mean there's like one of 230?
There's
out
like
there?
over 1,000 Pokemon.
Oh, nice. Do you want the poster?
Thanks, Nat. Sorry about that.
Matt, do you want the poster? It's pretty awesome.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Nice. What do we got there?
So I think each of us can open a pack. Do you want black or white?
I'll go white.
Racist.
I love it.
Black
All right.
or white?
Black.
Not racist.
Whatever.
Wait, Christos, you hear me? Do you hear
Matt,
me
you
now?
want these cards? The
Do you
collectible?
hear me?
You can't hear anything from the headphones still.
No, never mind.
All right.
Headphones are dead.
That's too bad. Nat, you want to open one?
Hard to open.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Scarlet.
Open them like a bag of chips.
White.
Just open it up.
Dude, you need to like bite it to open.
No, you
It's
don't.
not easy.
You open it like a
There's
bag
the-
of chips.
I
See?
like those too.
All right, so apparently you're supposed to look for shiny ones.
Yeah.
Ones
Just look
that
for the
shine
shiny. Yeah,
are
the shiny
money
ones.
makers.
All right.
Those right
Blitzel, Frillish, Zorua, Sawaddle, Semiseer, Ferrothorn. Oh, Ignition Energy. That's a good one.
This is like the Joker card. that
Yeah,
shows up in
no,
every
that's
deck?
just
This is
a-
like
it's-
gas card.
No, it's like a download thing. It's stupid. Oh, this is a cool one too. You know who this one reminds me of? It's Sabrina. You should give this to Sabrina.
What about this? Is this worth anything?
Prism Energy. That's good for Nat too.
What you mentioned about the shiny ones?
Yeah,
are
you
like-
got any
are
shine-
those- Yeah, I got a couple shiny.
I got a
Are
Bouffalant
those,
EX.
draw
It's
four-
okay.
Are those like draw fours? Ooh, that's super shiny.
Yeah, this one's really shiny. Is yours not as shiny as that?
No, mine's like I got a shiny rim.
Oh, that's cool. That's
I
a
got a
nice
shiny
basic
rim.
energy for Nat as well. Wow.
Alright.
The real winner today is Nat.
Nice.
Yeah, why does
I
she
got
like all
two
the
more
energy
of those.
ones? What's
I got
that's
two
her
more.
This is
thing.
why I
This
keep
one looks
showing
good.
up.
It's got like a hologram on
Let me
it.
see. it.
Rubbish.
Oh, that one's okay.
See that one? See how that shimmies?
Mm.
I like that. I don't know what it means, but I like it.
I don't either. I bought a book. I'm trying to figure it out.
Ducklet also has a hologram on it. It's kind of cool.
So far, I got the only good one.
that one.
Mike, you're gonna open this last one.
Ducklet.
I don't know. I think I got a draw four in here. Hold on. All right. Opening up the last one.
Yeah,
Black
open it like
Bolt.
yeah, like a bag of potato
I keep
chips.
saying that, but like, there's not like a thing that opens.
Here, I'll show you.
Beep doop boop boo. Dead air. We got dead air on
how
the
you open
pod,
bag
and I'm
chips.
singing along for the dead air because I got two boomers opening up a pack. Da 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 da
see what we
da
got
da 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 da. Thanks for joining. Close the door behind you. This is the dead air moment.
What do we got here? What do we got? Anything shiny?
Get the shiny out.
Shiny. Oh, shiny.
Let's go. What do you got? Show the camera.
Teramuka.
What?
Teramuka. He looks like an orange.
That sucks, dude. Just keep
Why? It's
going.
shiny.
Yeah, but it's not a good shiny.
What about this one? What about Clink? That's shiny.
It's okay too. What else? What else you got?
Clink Lang. It's like his younger brother.
Dude, I'm not letting anyone else open
These are the
packs
shiny ones.
because
I
I'm literally the only one that gets anything good. I'm the only one that gets anything
Anything
good.
with shiny is good.
Anything with shiny is baseline better than the other ones,
Because all
but
these are just like flat matte colors.
yeah,
these
but
are
this
these
is.
are like the
But
ass
did you
colors.
get anything like this?
No, that's
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Is that like worth 10 grand?
This is probably worth $2.
And these are worth how much? Like
Nothing.
20
Garbage.
cents. Come on,
20
I can't get
cents
10
each.
cents for that.
Nah, probably not.
How
That's
much was?
bad
How
it
much
is.
were all these decks in?
That was
or
probably
you're
like
not allowed to
$30.
talk about it because
Yeah.
you're not on the black web.
Apparently, you're allowed to like, you know, it's not like you could play these things like you play Uno.
Yeah, you play a card game, but people don't.
I assume that there's a card game that goes with all these things.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You just go, I want your card, you want my card, or is there
your
like what?
drachma,
Or does it tell you like go to?
vanilla-ish.
Does it like give you like I don't get it.
You just trade cards.
How
You
about
know?
That's
we
the
just have, like,
game?
a conversation. You pick a card. You pretend you're that character. I'm gonna pretend I'm this character.
All right, you're the vanilla white ice
And then
cream.
do you want me
That's
to?
who
You
you
want me
are.
to just give you one?
Yeah, you can give me
See,
one.
that's what's this.
you-
This
how
is
about
this is the embodiment of this fucking generation, dude.
All right, this is what we're doing.
Which one am I?
You get to pick like one of three. and
I'm
be that guy.
Charon. Just pick
Or just
for
give
me.
him one. Just give him one.
Dweeble.
Yeah, you're definitely a dweeble, dude. You're a fucking dweeble for sure.
Dweeble.
Swaddle. I like that guy. I'm gonna go with this guy.
You're
Pan
Swaddle.
pour.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing with Pokemon is they all just repeat their name over and over again. That's how they
Swaddle,
talk.
Like, hey, I'm Swaddle.
Yeah, you'd be like Swaddle, Swaddle, Swaddle.
Well, that's
Swaddle.
cool. This guy
You'd
looked
be
as
like,
kind of swallow. It
what
looks
are
kind of like a.
Are you
chick.
making this up right now? Or are you
No, I
being,
swear to
are you
God.
being for real?
No, I
Dwee-
believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
I believe that.
Dweeble. You'd be like that.
Right.
Dweeb.
All right. Anyway, so this ends
So
our
what's yours?
portion of the Pokemon because it's
Why we're not done with this?
no, we're
done
done.
with this?
I'm done with
Are
it.
we
You guys
moving on with this?
continue.
He's
All right.
done with it. He's
Swaddle,
sad.
swaddle, swaddle.
We didn't get anything
All right,
good.
we're out.
We're all sad.
Swaddle, swaddle, swaddle.
Pan pour. Okay, so
So,
Mike,
yes.
how can someone be like you when they grow up?
That's a really good question. I feel like, my life has been a pile of good and bad decisions. So I really wouldn't recommend one's path. However, artistically speaking, I would say, you know what? Some artists out there just have no plan B, which I admire. And some artists out there just,
Hey Nat, can you pull up his website? We could take a look at some of his images and you could talk about them.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
That's
Wow,
dope.
look at that
Look
one.
both
you had a
ways.
profound thing that you just cut off, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Some
wow.
people
Here
have
we
a
go.
plan B. What?
Oh, I was saying that some people have plan Bs when it comes to projects and things they want to do in life, and other people are just like, they got a backup plan.
Yeah.
Just in case. I think a lot of artists, musicians, creative people, there's no shame in the game to have a second job. You know what I mean? And for me, it kind of it was a nice kind of break from my digital daily, life. So, yeah. So if you want to click on the top row there, I can show you something new. Yeah, right there, the one on the left. Or maybe it's your other left. Yeah, that one. Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. So this
I
one
like
in
that.
particular, it's pretty neat.
Are those ice pops?
The Rocket Pops.
Wow.
So this one in particular is all paper and on acrylic. It's 36 by 36 inches, and all the Rocket Pops are deconstructed, so you can see how some of them look like corn, sort of like lime and orange, corn on the cob style,
Nice.
and then some of them look more like rocket bombs, and then some of them are all kind of different kind of colors and all kind of swagged without. So
How much you selling
Yeah.
that for?
that one, it depends who's buying. I mean, if you're buying, we could definitely.
You can
work
buy
out the
a
bill
you
rate.
can buy a 3x3 one for $1.50.
No, that's a typo.
I'm buying it for
Don't blow
$1.50,
it.
right?
That
You
right,
got-
that right there,
you
that
have
right, yeah,
to-
but that right there is a 2 foot by 2 foot stamp.
You're never
for
going to be able to
Dude,
quit
you
your
ha-
day
you
job
have
at this
to
rate.
fulfill-
You're able to, dude. I'm selling right down to stamp size. Do whatever you want.
That's an SEC violation.
It's
if you don't sell it
$1.30
to
for
me
a
that.
for a Rocket Pop M Dreeland stamp.
Really?
Yeah. But the
I'll
real
get
one
the
is
stamp.
worth about like $1 billion and a half.
What about
Billion
that
and a half.
gun one that
Yeah.
you had? What was
Gun
that
one's
deal?
pretty gangster.
that.
This one is about a few years old. I created it out of a large format stencil, which I designed on the computer, printed it out 3 feet by 3 feet, and did 4 paintings with the stencil before the stencil just crushed itself and just
Looks
got
like a
destroyed.
CD.
So this one in particular is 2 half moon, 3 feet wide canvases, obviously with that kind of sunset background to it, and then in the stencil itself is all these kind of unique designs that I did with a small shish kebab skewer.
Do you
believe it
think
or
for
not.
the next painting you could make your signature bigger?
You know, I'd like, yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna
Even
work
Picasso would be like, that's a little
on that. You think
arrogant.
so? I mean, Picasso goes big, but he doesn't do round canvas.
That's
true.
That's
So it's
true.
like, where are you gonna put it on the bottom, like curled up?
What if someone
I
just
kinda
took
wanna
the
just make it
top half,
gangster.
though? You got to sign the top half.
I
too.
obnoxiously sign them all like that.
How about the other gun one?
Oh yeah, you can go to the other one, the other gun one, the white one. This one's called White Smoke.
Oh,
Same
that's cool.
stencil, but yeah, it's really like heavy, thick paint, and then it's just sort of like a stipple effect
Nice.
to all the paint within the stencil. So yeah, this one's one of my favorites, called White Smoke.
It's
How about the
cool.
one where you use the radiator vent from the New York City apartment?
Oh yeah, you can. Let me see. You can go back to. Let's see. Scroll down a little bit. Keep scrolling.
You know what? I'm getting a lot of
little bit up.
Warhol-
Little bit up.
Warhol
Yeah, that far
and
one on the left.
Murakami.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Comment. I like both of those guys.
Yeah, I could tell you're
Yeah.
inspired.
So this one in particular was made with a New York City heating grade as a stencil, which was pretty cool because a lot of stencils I would use like paper or have them like laser cut out of plastic. But obviously a New York City heating grate is metal. So I would kind of lay the canvas flat and go with like a kind of like a silk screening approach. And it just kind of created a lot of like, unique textures within.
Yeah, down the bottom you
utilizing
can really
acrylic
see
paint.
that texture. It's super
Yeah,
cool, that
yeah.
pattern.
You know what that
It's
looks
almost
like?
like fractals. Like
Yeah, it has a very. It's hard to kind of zoom in on there, but it has kind of.
it's almost like psychedelic.
Yeah,
but not.
it's got a pretty cool. It's the same pattern continuously throughout, but by utilizing like different paints at different times and different temperatures throughout the day, like some of the paint would hold the texture really good. Then sometimes the paint would kind of just get a little mushy and kind of fade out. And then sometimes the stencil would get like a little crusty, and it wouldn't just come out crisp. But like I just kind of went with it, and it kind of created a lot of different depths within it.
Do you know what that
that
looks
one's
like?
pretty good.
It looks like when you rub your eyes like really hard for a long time, and then you
kind of open it and trip out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it came out pretty
Nice.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
not
made
too
this
bad.
background with AI.
I like that. Is that
Thanks.
what is that in the background though? Is that like space?
I
taking over the
use
city?
it as a symbolism for Jewish guilt, but
Okay,
you
I
know,
like that.
for the most
It looks
part.
like Grimace, who's like pissed off that the Mets have lost like so many games in a row.
That's basically every
You know?
Jewish guy in Queens. Yeah,
no doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Grimace who's pissed off at the Mets.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Like we need to get it together.
know.
We're heading into October.
Are there Jews in Queens? I thought they were on Brooklyn.
100%, dude. 100%.
maybe like a couple max?
Forest Hills?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Good place to see music. Though.
Right?
Places don't.
Yeah.
That's a
Forest
nice
Hill
area,
Stadium, I
right?
love
Forest
those.
Hills.
Yeah,
Nice.
Forest Hills is nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice there.
Yeah.
There's none in Jackson Heights though.
No, not so much. There are nice pockets of Jackson Heights which have very nice houses.
Oh, there's some beautiful homes
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
In Jackson Heights?
Jackson Heights has you go one block on Jackson Heights, it's like a little rough, and then you go on another block and they're $1 million homes.
Well, I mean that doesn't say anything. $1 million home is like a
Multi-million dollar
shack.
homes. Multi-million dollar.
Like
homes.
big. And
There's
they're
actually
smashed.
houses there.
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Big
That's what I was
historic
telling you. We should
brownstones.
go invest in Jackson Heights, dude.
That's the
That
new.
shit's-
That's the new horizon.
Spend like $5 million on a studio out there.
No, dude,
150
you get
million?
You get a $2 million house in
150,000.
Jackson Heights. Or you get you could get
in
a
200
studio.
in 200 years, it'll be worth like 2.5 million.
No, first of all,
Your grandchildren will get rich on it.
you could get a studio in Jackson Heights probably for like $250 or something
A
like
studio with just like a kitchen
that in
Or
a building. Yeah.
studio, no living room.
No,
just
it will
like-
have like a decent sized living room.
It'll
but-
have one of those radiators with a radiator grate.
Yeah.
So you could do art with it.
and then you could sit like on a box of chickens.
It's
and watch
yeah,
TV.
yeah, it's gonna smell like
Yeah.
curry.
Yeah, you could sit on your microwave.
Where do you live, Mike?
I live in Jersey City, New
Oh,
Jersey.
then shut the
What are you
fuck
talking
up,
about,
dude.
dude?
He's dissing Jackson Heights
Chilltown?
lives in Jersey
Dude, we
City.
mock what we don't
Dude,
understand.
that's like a one-legged guy going like, they're not even good at soccer, dude.
Dude,
Like,
what are you
shut
talking
up.
about?
dude.
You've
So
never even been there.
when I first
Jersey
met
City.
when I
The
first
place
met
is
Mike,
called Chilltown. That's the nickname.
Chilltown?
Chilltown because
Yeah.
it's chill.
It's
kinda
more
like-
like,
you've
hey,
never
I'm
been
from
there.
Ohio, and look how
No.
much cheaper
No,
it
that's-
is to
that's-
go and live here.
That might be. You might have that confused with Hoboken.
Yeah.
let's talk about your days in
Hoboken
Bradley
and
Beach.
Jersey City. I'm sorry. Wait, no.
Two different
Jersey
two different
City
countries.
is a city that doesn't even know its identity, dude. None of the buildings
talking
match.
about?
Nothing makes
It's
sense.
cultural.
How many kavas
It's
you gonna
cultural.
open up till you guys realize it's a sunk cost?
First of all, don't mock Mediterranean food because
Oh, okay.
because whether it's kava or just like Joe's Mediterranean,
Yeah.
love it.
Well,
Number
you're
two,
welcome.
I wish I had a kava in my hood, but I don't.
You
But
don't?
I could walk to one, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't kava coffee shop?
No,
Kava's
Kava's
Greek.
like fast, casual Mediterranean food.
Yeah, it's like Chipotle
it's
for
like
Greek
the Chipotle
food.
of Greek.
Oh, I gotcha.
Exactly.
It's owned by a Greek guy.
Remember when you used to live in Bradley Beach for the summers?
I love that.
I walked into his house and he had it was a huge painting and it said Bradley Beach Bukkake.
in
Bukkake?
in a kiss font.
Yes.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
It was a nice
What a
piece. Do
time.
you still have that
Back in the
piece?
day. No, it's in the archives, stolen. It's probably in a
That was
storage
brilliant.
shed, probably waiting for my death to go out and make this other piece.
Dude,
You know.
when you die, how much do you think your
Everything
stuff-
doubles.
doubles?
Everything doubles. Yeah.
Okay, so we
First
should
co-
buy now.
I would buy now because
kill you
I'm
later.
older and probably one half foot in the grave so far.
No.
But nah, I'm just kidding.
You're like
But I would
40.
buy now though. Buy now, so while I'm still alive, I can enjoy it.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
but yeah, believe it or not, like most people who walk into a gallery, the first question is this guy alive or dead?
Can I just buy your signature on a canvas?
100%.
What do you- Can you take up the whole?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, like
The hell yeah.
10 by 10 for your fat crib,
Hell yeah.
right over the couch or the bed.
Dude, that would be sick.
Dude, white, just with like my signature on it.
What
Just
if
so
you
bad.
did a
I might even be like a
collage?
2 Christos.
Oh,
You know,
that'd be
like
cool.
The date.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
do
that'd be
that.
great. Dude, you rock. Rock on.
What if you
Some
did
weird
like a
emoji.
little collage inside a signature?
I like that idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
that'd be cool.
Like you do like, your signature with like all your favorite comedic legends.
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
No.
We don't even admire this one?
I like Judson.
His
That's about
his
it.
stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, people are always like standing comedians. I personally don't.
No.
Yeah, not
No.
really.
You could put in all the ones you don't like.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
that could be cool.
I don't know if we have enough canvas.
I don't know how long your signature is.
I'll probably go. I'll go broke.
Dude, I
buying
can do
all
a
the
20 by
canvases.
20. No big deal.
Who's your favorite comedian?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, kind of like classics, like Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, like those ones are great. But I also like Nikki Glaser. I think she's kind of funny and hot.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You guys are pretty hilarious.
Thanks, dude.
I've seen you guys like once. You guys are good.
Like you guys are
Just
great.
kidding,
We've
like
seen you
3
one
times.
time. It's like
One
I've had
time.
enough.
That's enough.
I saw you guys
Yeah.
like once.
Not
You guys
enough,
were pretty
yeah.
good. You guys were pretty good. Yeah, like yeah. But those ones are pretty good. Kind of my faves.
Yeah.
What's you have any like events that you're going to be throwing anytime? Any art gallery stuff or?
Currently, right now, you'll love this one. I'm showing in Jersey City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 232 Pavona Avenue. It's a
Indian
residential
restaurant?
building.
Is that your apartment number?
No, but I'm showing in that building. You can just pop right in. I'm showing about 25 paintings in the lobby, and currently working on a project that might be headed to the Hamptons in September.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a little up and coming, trying to figure it out. But if that works out, that'd be great. Obviously,
Is there a name to it yet?
No, not yet. It's work in progress, but it'll be live on the site, and you guys will get invited like 14 times before the show is. So, but if that doesn't happen, looking forward to 2026. We got Art Basel at the end of the year in Miami. That'll be great in December, and then like I said, looking forward to 2026 and. Possibly an Art Hamptons out there this summer, and just doing another show in the city, like prop up. So like, got a lot of good things happening.
What's the
next
craziest
year.
thing that's ever happened at an art show, whether it's like in Miami or in New York City? Any like fights break out, or like I don't know, people do inappropriate stuff, or just anything like anybody like destroy your art, like
Nah.
drop off the
Nah,
wall
nothing
or something?
like major like that, but there's also like so much art that goes in these places. So sometimes there's art that's lost, and people tend to go out lose their shit, or which I don't blame them. But
Yeah.
so there's that. But I did have a pretty funny, interesting story where I was like, everybody like always takes their dog to these like fancy art shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring my dog. I have an old English bulldog. She's like 10, super cute. I'm like, it'll be great. Walk around. So I'm walking around the dog. Obviously, these all fancy artwork all over the place, tented, rug floor. It's really nice. And next thing you know, somebody taps me on the shoulder and is like, "Excuse me, sir, your dog just shit on the floor." And I was like, "Oh, I've never been mortified in my
That's
entire
not shit.
life.
That's art.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" and then somebody bought it for like $20K.
My bad. I took your punchline. My bad.
Damn, no, that's okay. But no, I literally had to like scoop it up, and then I had to find like, which I had, a doggy bag. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Because you imagine somebody walking around like looking at fancy art, and then they step in dog shit.
I kind of want that to happen.
People would have just went fucking nuts.
Yeah, like on their
nuts.
stilettos.
Oh, news posts, people in crazy news teams. Somebody steps in dog shit at fancy art show.
What happened? Remember when you were involved with some guys that were doing crypto stuff? The Polygon. What was that about?
Yeah, so that was like, obviously when like NFTs were going nuts in like 2021. I met a couple great guys that were huge in the NFT business, very entrepreneurial in regards to a lot of like, like those sports cards back in the day. They were like LeBron 3D, like hologram type of stuff. They were just going for like, thousands of dollars on the net. And just through a mutual contact, I got a chance to meet these guys. And we talked about doing like an NFT collection, dropping like about 5,000 Dreeland NFTs. And by the time we literally got those all created, there was kind of like a big shift in the market with like, just cryptocurrency in general and how the market was flooded with NFTs. Some of them were going for like, $85,000, $100,000, and then it just kind of dropped, and then I felt like the market was kind of saturated at the time. So at that time, I kind of decided just kind of like pass on the project for a little bit. So the NFTs never really got launched, but definitely learned a lot. And especially in 2021, when there was, a big boom in like, Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of other ones. Back then it was like, an interesting opportunity to invest. So,
I think I bought a bunch of his NFTs. I didn't know they didn't exist.
Well, I mean, the market.
Oh, those were just straight up JPEGs that I saw for like thousands of dollars. Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, you're the only one that has it, though. You're the only one that has a JPEG.
There's so many people that like turned against NFTs, right? Like that, just like
I feel like it was, you know what it is like there was like an incredible digital, graphic designer artist named Beeple. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but look him up. But he just created this like first generation, just incredible piece of artwork. I think he sold it for like $160 million, like something incredible. And I think that people were just like designers and we're like, yeah, I could do that. I can make a banana that turns different colors and just create these animated GIFs and just kind of flooded the market. I mean, there was a lot of artists that did like, amazing work, had huge collections, obviously probably made a lot, but I think it was just one of those like fads. It just went like boom and then just kind of sunk a little bit. But now I think with Trump just recently signing this like cryptocurrency bill, I've seen like a big rise over the past like month or two.
What's the association though? Why does the currency? Is it on the actual like Ethereum or Polygon? Is that where the art exists? Like I don't really understand. Is it on the blockchain and that's where your art somehow, or it's like the art has its own chain so it knows where it's been, like it belonged to you, then I purchased it, then Christos's son buys it in 10 years.
Right. Well, what's amazing about the digital work in itself is unlike regular artwork, like I sell you a painting and that's it. You know what I mean? Like you could continuously either resell it, light it on fire, do whatever you want, With a with an NFT, it's like you buy it from me, obviously you get the money, but then when you sell it to somebody else, I get actually residual income on it. So it's really great as an artist, like if you make something and it's popular and people are wanting it and they're constantly flipping it for profits, you're actually getting paid on almost every flip. So for an artist, it's like, hey, this is something very different to sculptural work or paintings or whatever you're doing because it's now digital work. And to answer your other question about blockchain, it's like you have like a digital stamp that is pinged off all these different essentially satellites that basically authenticates that you are the only one that has it. And then if you pass it off, it's kind of like, like if you're buying someone's car,
But what's the association with the crypto? Like what's it, why is it paired with crypto?
Oh, because it's just like, because that specifically pairs with digital currency. But what pairs with digital currency is also global currency. So for like, USD, it's like, I could buy, say, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. I could buy $1,000 worth of Ethereum. I could buy $1,000 of whatever, and then I'll use that currency and in turn buy NFTs. Anything really that takes, digital currency. I mean, there's like a pizza place in Jersey City that takes Bitcoin. Like, people would take it. I would take it for like art specifically because if it's like, I'm selling you a painting for $1,000 and you give me $1,000 in Bitcoin and like. I just let it sit there for 10 years. It could be like $5,000.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to accept Bitcoin for my medical services. That would be great.
Yeah, open it up. open it up. So
You
many
could do
different
that.
companies.
Yeah. You just need a wallet
All
and
day.
you need a place where they could distribute it.
Yeah, it's like Venmo.
Yeah.
You know, you could just be like, I take everything. I
Yeah.
told this guy last night in the restaurant. I was like, he's like, oh, how do you want to get paid? I'm like, Venmo, Zelle, cash, check, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, Matic, whatever you want to do.
And what do you
Like,
say?
whatever you do. He's like, great, I'll Venmo you. I'm like, done.
Nice.
Done. Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing about digital currency with art these days. When I was having like art shows back in the day, it's like nobody goes out with their checkbook. And then, like, believe it or not, to take a credit card, it's like a lot of fees that are associated with that.
Yeah.
So for an artist, it's like, it just was like too much, you know, and it was hard to chase down a sale. But these days, it's like, oh, you love it? Bang. You know what I mean? Right
Just
there.
Venmo
So
me, yeah.
just Venmo me. No credit cards, no tax stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can add all that in later and stuff. But like, it's just nice to get that like quick snap transaction, especially when someone's like
On the fence.
interested in your work. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The thing is too, it's like, oh, you want it? Here you go. Oh, you're not sure? We'll talk about it later.
So
you know?
because of that convergence of marketing and art that you have, what would you say is the best way for young artists to market themselves?
Well, I mean, obviously social media is like huge. You know what I mean? I think obviously if people like your stuff, they're going to follow it and want to see more. Regardless of what, industry you're in, you got to provide content. I think like the best direction these days is almost like 3 posts a day almost, just to keep
You're
people
posting 3
engaged.
times a day?
No, I'm not. I definitely don't have time for that. But that's, from a social media standpoint, those are some of like the best practices to kind of just keep it going. If you want to continuously promote whatever it is that you're doing, from an artist standpoint, you want to post your Evan shows, you want to post cool videos, you want to post behind the scenes stuff, you want to post all what you do as a life as an artist. It doesn't have to be like some highly produced, thing. People just kind of want to see what you're up to. Obviously that's like a great marketing. And then honestly, one of the best ways to do it is just have shows, show your work, show it anywhere. Like I said, like I was just like, yeah, show your stuff at a coffee shop, and then boom, at the end of the day, it was just like, oh, this is probably a nice little sort of side hustle. I'm making some money here.
I mean, you're saying you're posting 3 times a day. You're talking about stories or you're talking about reels?
Either one, anything. I mean, it's a lot to do that. It's like a full-time job to post 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whether you're doing reels or carousels or whatever, you know what I mean? So like, it's just a lot, you know what I mean? But people that do it full-time, like that's part of the job,
Yeah.
So, but, like I said, myself, it's like if I'm doing something or see something cool or I got some new piece out there, I'll be like, new artwork coming soon, show a couple works in progress, But I mean, at the end of the day, we probably, don't post as much as we should. But I think there's sometimes it's like less is more. People are more interested if you're like posting less with good stuff than just flooding the market with stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds
You know.
electric.
Yeah.
Speaking of electricity, it's time for the lightning round.
No way. We have a lightning round?
Here on the Closed Door Behind You podcast, we have a special, very special segment called Lightning Round.
I like that.
Every single guest gets the same questions, and I'm going to start it off. Mike Dreeland.
Yes.
What's your social security number?
1111.
So you find yourself in trouble. You're in jail. Who is your first phone call?
Good question. I would probably say Andrew Grossman.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Have you
'Cause
met
he's
Andy
Jewish?
Grossman?
Of course.
Okay. No. Have I met him?
I don't think you have. You've got a lot to look forward
Is he
to.
a
Yeah.
lawyer?
No, he's an upholsterer down in
What's a
Asbury.
pollster?
A man who upholsters furniture
Oh, that's cool.
and makes furniture and upholsters stuff. So his shop, as Andrew Grossman Upholstery, is a legendary shop down in Asbury Park since 1999, and a good friend of a mutual
He's
friend
just
of
a
ours.
legendary person. Andrew Grossman just like brings the all world together. All different
I agree with that.
people, from all different types of places and trades will all be promoted in friendship with Andrew Grossman. He is like
He's
like
the
Yoda.
Godfather.
Yeah, he's like Yoda.
He's like if Yoda had a Jewish baby who was a little taller, but like the kind of guy that would like get out of bed at, like,
And looked a
3
little
o'clock in the
Irish.
morning, like be pissed, but like come and get me out of jail.
Huh.
You
So
know.
that's why you would call him?
I'd call Andy Grossman
Because you would like upholster the.
He'd probably be the
police
only
car?
friend that would get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just say I go down at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know,
Which
like,
is most likely when
you
it's
know
going
what
to
I mean?
happen.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to jail at like 10 in the
2
morning.
p.m.
I mean, unless I'm up just like peeing against a dumpster still. But like,
Yeah. It's usually
legit,
at 3 a.m.
Shout out to an old friend who did that and went to jail. Went to the
Nice.
tombs, but we don't need to get into that. But yeah, He'd come and get me. no
Any
doubt.
funny stories about Andrew Grossman from when you guys were in college together?
So
Were you in the Andrew
many.
Grossman band?
No. However,
Dance team?
No, I was on the chess team mostly, and played rugby, which was good times. In
There was an
college.
Andrew Grossman rugby team?
No, there was an Andy Grossman band. I was not in it, unfortunately. But I was like kind of a group. I used to carry like, the drumsticks and then go drink at the bar.
Yeah.
That kind of
The
thing.
drumstick.
What's the
Yeah,
craziest thing that ever happened in an Andy Grossman band
Andy
concert?
Grossman show, circa, I don't know, 94. We're doing it live, playing a band at some, Vermont bar on the water. And next thing you know, somebody bumps a friend, and I bump this other guy. And next thing you know, I just know I'm like surrounded by like 4 guys from another school. I'm like, shit, this isn't good. And the next thing you know, someone jumps over the top on this guy's back. And everybody looked left, and then I just hit the guy in front of me. And I was like, oh, man. And then it just like somebody took a swing at me. I ducked it. Bouncer guy comes over. And then the band's like, keep playing, keep playing. And they're like playing sympathy. Woo, woo. People just like throwing chairs and just like fighting. I'm ducking guys to take a punch. Took a little shot in the head. And then I just like get into the side with like not a scratch on me. The bouncer just like throws me in the bathroom. He's like, half this bar wants to kill you. I'm like,
He says that to you in
he
the
goes,
bathroom.
don't go outside. Half this bar wants to kill you. Just stay here for a minute. I was like, okay, cool. And then the band's still playing, and I think like Grossman took off his guitar and jumped in, and everyone's like, woo, 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 woo. And it was just pretty wild, a rough night. And then I got out of the bathroom, and then the guy just kind of threw me out of the bar with pretty much all things considered, hardly a scratch. But yeah, I just love it how like, you think that the band would stop and like be like, fight, break it up. It's like, nah, they just kept rocking.
That's how they
It's pretty
should do
great.
it.
Yeah, it was like an episode.
becomes
of-
a mosh pit.
It was like Roadhouse. It was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So how many questions?
We all
rapid
ask
fire
everyone
questions?
that Andrew Grossman question.
The Andy
so
Grossman
that's-
question. Does everyone have the same response?
For some reason, everyone we've
Andrew
asked that
Grossman.
question has also been at that bar, and they were like, "We wanted to beat the shit out of this one guy, but we couldn't find him." And someone was like, "He might
think
be
he's
in
an
the
artist.
bathroom."
Your turn.
I love
Yeah,
it.
all right.
Yeah, round the horn.
What's one life hack that you know about that you think more people should know about?
That's a good question. Life hack. I don't know. Nothing's really like coming to mind. Oh, I got something to come to mind. Not only am I an artist, but I'm also an urban gardener, which basically means that everything I plant is in pots. So I'm currently growing like tomato plants and no pot. Just growing tomato plants and some flowers and stuff. And my life hack is that when I start to plant the tomatoes, I take little shish kebab skewers and I use those to kind of like make sure they grow up straight. It's kind of like my like gardening life hack.
Cool.
It's the
They're
first
like
thing that really comes
splints.
to mind. I feel if I had more time to think about it, I would have came up with something more creative. But yeah, I'd use shish kebab skewers to kind of keep the plants straight.
Hell yeah.
Speaking about tomatoes, what's your favorite food?
Milk. Pretty much.
Milk?
Yeah.
Breast milk or regular milk?
Just regular, no, like 2%. You know,
You're
what
just
I mean?
pounding milk.
I just love milk.
Wow.
Ever since I was a kid, like glass of milk, just can't get over it.
And you could still drink it without farting?
Nah, milk doesn't make me fart. Number
No?
2, and then like when I'm on vacation, I go like whole milk. Like
Wow.
yeah,
Wow,
just
just
like
to treat yourself.
just like straight up treat myself.
Can you drink milk these days?
I do drink milk sometimes,
See,
but
you
I'm
guys
not
are
like
so lucky.
Not a lot of people love milk,
Yeah.
or like as an adult, they're just like, nah, I don't drink milk.
I like it with Oreos or like a cake or
yeah,
something.
no-brainer.
But not like, I'm not just like, been a long day in the ad agency. Let me grab
You know,
a
just
tall
crush
glass
milk.
of milk. Yeah.
Nah,
I'd
nah.
love to have a
Cardens
milkshake
or
right now.
what
That
do
would be
you-
like my favorite.
What's that?
I would love to crush a milkshake. That would be like,
Oh, milkshakes are dynamite.
milkshakes are good.
milkshakes are the
Yeah, I'll
best.
die.
But yeah, just like regular old 2%.
Nice.
And yeah, of course with like
who's got the best milk? What brand's the best?
Best milk around is like Farmers Market milk.
Farmer's Market milk?
It's like
Is that a
liter-
brand, or you're saying
no,
you just
it's
go to the
literally
farmer's
from the
market?
farmer's market. I don't know. It's like the farmer's market. I can't remember the name of the farm, but like they always have these like huge coolers, and in these coolers is like ice cold jugs of
Glass
milk.
ones, yeah. Did you have
And you're
those
just,
growing
like,
up?
bang.
Did you have a
No,
milkman?
like a milkman? No, but I think that's a good idea to bring back.
Yeah.
A milkman.
Like the milkman comes over, fresh milk, little thing in there.
I had
My
a milkman.
grandparents had that. So
I had it. I had it growing up.
you must have been living the dream.
Yeah, it
You
was
know, they
awesome.
had to stop
my God.
having a milkman in my neighborhood.
Why? Because people were stealing the milk?
No, there was a guy, he went to a woman's house, a milkman, and the woman answered the door, and she was just like, half naked, and she was like, "I'm about to go take a bath," and the milkman was like, "Okay," and she was like, "I want you to fill the bath with milk."
I love where this is
And
going.
so he's
This
in.
is hot.
He's over there
This is
filling
like
the
milk-
bath
this
with
is like
milk.
milk porn for
And-
people that like milk.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Do you want the milk pasteurized?" And she was like, "No, up to my tits is just fine."
Dude, that was a fucking great milk joke. That was a fucking great milk joke. That was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
That's
I got
pretty-
that from South
Yeah, I
Park.
don't really, for somebody who loves milk, like I don't even have any milk jokes.
That's
you know?
there you go. That's
I've been
milk
waiting
joke.
to do the new Got Milk campaign
Yeah.
whenever I get the nod, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Okay. What is one subject that you know a lot about that people would be kind of surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me. I would probably say urban gardening. You know, not a lot of guys.
Okay.
just go out
How
in the
about
garden.
something that's not fucking gay and lame?
Okay, how about like snowboarding? I'm an avid snowboarder.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
cool.
so I've been snowboarding since I was like 13. You know,
Oh.
so probably like
Did you ever go
20 years.
snowboarding with Doc Jud?
yes,
Yeah.
I think we have
In Brack.
in Breckenridge. Yes, a few moons ago, but good trip.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah, do you remember what happened that trip?
No, not much. Well, I mean, we drank a lot. And,
Yeah,
and
no, but
snowboarded
remember they
a lot.
At the
called
same
me.
time?
They called me from my ER because the Parkland shooting happened, and they were bringing all the kids from the Parkland shooting to my ER. They
Yeah.
asked me if I could come in.
Yeah, and you're like,
I'm like,
I'm drunk.
I'm on a mountain.
yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
horrible,
that.
right?
That was a horrible situation. But even
So you didn't go?
Even med no.
I was in Colorado.
He was far away from
Oh,
it.
too
But also,
far.
doctors need a break too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's sad.
Hardworking docs out there. So you got to take some time off. Unfortunately, I know you would have been there, but
Yeah.
we were out west.
Sad, man.
Sad but true. But
That shifted gears real quick.
yeah, I really got dark.
Well, speaking of which, speaking of doctor stuff, you need any medical advice?
Always could always use some medical advice.
Tell us.
Shoot.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me some medical advice.
No, I'm going to. Do you have any? I mean, do you have any
I
questions?
any questions?
Yeah, anything that you want to know about that you haven't already asked me? I mean, I feel like we're tight enough that if you ever do need medical questions, you probably just
I just
text
call
me
you up, yeah,
or show up at my
Remember
office.
that one thing I had like on my like finger and it just kind of like blew up. I think it was called like a
Paronychia?
Paronychia. Yeah, that was awful. I don't even know how do you get paronychia.
What is a paronychia?
Usually biting your fingers.
I don't even do that though.
Or
I-
picking.
What, what
You
is a
pick?
paronychia?
Dude, it was
It's an
nasty.
infection basically that comes off of
like the side of your
your
finger.
cuticles and stuff, and then it'll actually just go into the subcutaneous tissues, and it'll get like a big pustule, and then you have to get it lysed.
In short,
open.
it just it's like this little ball pus, and you're like, oh, okay, no big deal. We'll just like poke it and squeeze it. But no, man, they like lay you down, put the hand out, and with a scalpel. I was like, holy crap!
They just
Blood
cut it right
everywhere.
off?
Yeah, no, they just sliced it. All the whole thing just
And drain it?
explodes. Oh, it's so nasty.
Ugh.
Oh,
Delish.
yeah. And I was like, how does that even? I don't even know what that is. But obviously, access to the Dr. Judd here. I just took a picture, sent it to him. He's like,
It's
yeah.
like pus and stuff?
No,
Pus and
it's
blood?
kind of like a blister, on your side of your finger, but like it hurts. Yeah, and then you got to slice it open. It was a nasty situation, but yeah, Dr. Judge, I was like, can I just like cut it open with a steak knife? That was a joke, though, by the way. He's like, no, don't. I'm like, so I just slice it with a steak knife and save myself the trip. He's like,
I mean, if it
"No."
was me, you
Don't.
could use a steak knife, but
Yeah.
you
in the
no.
in the presence of a doctor, you could use a steak knife.
Yeah, it's
to
doctor
to perform
supervised.
surgery on yourself, as long as there's a doctor nearby. But other than that, not recommended.
So,
Judd went with the reco of like go to the hospital.
so he's always saying that.
He's like,
just go to the
yeah, it
hospital.
looks good, but just go to the ER.
So, what's a bit of advice that you would give to your younger self?
Younger self. That's interesting. I don't know. Younger self. I don't know. Stay healthy. Stay healthier when you were younger. Don't just like rock out all the time and live off French fries. Well, that kind of stuff will catch up to you.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
so? So,
Yeah.
what would you say to do?
I'd say just like, you know what? Stay healthy, eat right, Lay off the sauce.
Yeah, but you're telling a younger lay off the sauce like alcohol. So
You like
that's the
alcohol.
first bit of actual advice.
That would be actual advice.
So
And
yeah,
get more exercise. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, don't be like, after high school, I played sports, and then you just like get all fat and stuff. You know, and then you just look older and look like shit. You don't want that. You want to keep it tight. Try to stay high school weight, whatever that was. You know, yeah, that's
Your
my goal.
high school weight.
Yeah, I'm like about 16 pounds over high school weight.
145.
You know, but like that's the goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal.
The high school weight.
Yeah, or how much I weighed in high school. You know.
Okay.
I was pretty skinny back then.
And
Or I was skinnier back then.
so since the topic of mortality was touched, what do you think happens when you die?
Good question. I believe there's like spirits around. I feel like there's, heaven. Hopefully, if you're good, if you're a bad person in life, you go to right to hell.
What does heaven look like?
It's like an oasis of chill.
Oasis of chill.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jersey City, chill town.
Cool.
Is kind of way I envision heaven.
Is there a mountain or is there an ocean?
I feel like just both. It's kind of like Tahoe. You know what I mean?
You could
It's
like
kinda
snowboard down
what are
to
we
the
doing
beach
this
and surf.
afternoon? Like, we'll just wake up, no stress. We're just eating whatever we want. Hit the mountain, powder day. Every day is a powder day in heaven. No brainer.
A lot of cocaine in heaven.
It could be it's whatever you want. It's heaven.
Yeah.
Nobody has problems up
Right.
there. I feel like everyone's got it together.
Well, if heroin is bad, do you think they have
got that up
heroin in
there?
heaven?
I don't know. I would probably think that like in heaven, like you just don't have the Jones. You know what I mean? You're not just like, oh man, I had drug problems, and then you go to heaven. You're like, I'm just gonna just do drugs here and die 20 times over up here.
But
You know,
okay,
like,
you smoke
you know.
weed, right, in heaven?
You could, but then I feel like in heaven too, even with weed or cigarettes or anything, I feel like or alcohol, I don't feel like,
Like,
you
it's
don't.
so good
I
you
feel
don't
like you don't
even
need
need
it up there.
it. Yeah.
Like life's just so.
Well, that's the
cool,
whole
no
point,
stresses,
yeah.
No, like I need to go out and have a couple of beers with my
Right.
friends. I feel like heaven's just like. Chill.
If you were super happy, you wouldn't have to do drugs, alcohol, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe you're just on a constant like, you're feeling
I
so
don't know,
good that
but
you don't
maybe
need
it's
that
just
shit.
like everything's on tap in heaven. You know, you're just like, I'll take it all. We'll just rage all day.
Right.
You know, or
Then
just
it's like hell, really.
Depends what you're taking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you meet the people of your life in heaven that died before you?
I think you kind of just like round it up. You know what I mean? It would be like, hey, my friend from like college, or like friend from high school, my grandma, my uncle Bob. You know what I mean? Like everyone just be like giving me high fives at the gate.
Okay, but what
You
if
know?
what if their heaven doesn't include you and they're like, I actually fucking hated Mike. Like I don't even want him there.
Like we're not gonna run into each other like at the mall.
Yeah, like you're like super excited to see Frank or whatever.
Yeah, Frank. I'm like Frank.
Frank,
Jeff,
yo,
and
Frank.
he's
And
like,
Frank's
you were
like, yo,
always
I
a
don't
dick.
fuck with you at all.
He's like, dude, you're always a dick.
Yeah,
I'm not
so-
chest bumping you in heaven.
Yeah.
You're not even hanging out with
But
me.
then you're like now sad because you're like, I thought Frank was
dude,
my
I thought
friend.
me and Frank were bros. I thought we were gonna hang out in heaven.
Frank's over there
I thought
with
he'd be psyched to see me. He died 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Frank's like
You
with
know?
your
Like,
other
what the
friends, and he's like, "Yo, it's either
Yeah, I'm
me
just
or
not,
Mike."
I'm not
Like,
in.
you
I'm not
can't-
in this like inner heaven circle.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Damn it! I wish I was."
I'm
in
on
hell.
like the third ring, and I thought I was like on this Fred's inside ring.
I always wondered too, like if you say you like you're divorced, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so say you had a first wife who like died, and then you remarried. Like when you're in heaven, like which wife do you get?
I think you get both.
all of them.
You get both.
I think you get
so
both.
Is that heaven?
And all your girlfriends before and after.
But then is that heaven for them
new
because
ones.
they're like now I got to
no,
share?
because
they're
they don't
bang-
care.
no, because they're banging all the 75 dicks that they did all their whole lifetime. You know what I mean? Like nobody cares.
There's no jealousy.
There's no jealousy in heaven.
No jealousy.
All there is love.
It's all love. It's all good.
I
It's
don't
chill
know.
town.
Yeah, it's just
It's all, everyone's in white. Everyone's like at a constant white party.
it's a white
You know
party.
what
It's
I
a
mean?
Diddy party.
Like,
You
we're
look
not
the
wearing
best
this
you
in
ever
heaven. We're
looked.
just in white all the
Yeah.
time. I don't even walk. I levitate everywhere.
Diddy's over there with
Just like,
Jeffrey
what's up?
Epstein. It's
They're
like,
like-
yo, no hard feelings.
They're like,
guys.
yo, you want to come over? I'd be like,
And then there's Frank over there. He's like, fucking Mike's.
I'm
here,
like,
dude."
Frank. He's like, just,
God
just like,
damn
fuck
it,
you.
dude.
You know, he just like turns around. Frank doesn't want anything to do with me. Fine, Frank. I'm hanging out with like everybody else.
So heaven is more like a country club.
Could be. It's like a white, fluffy cloud of country club where you could drive around,
Hell
get
yeah.
drinks, play tennis, pickleball,
Yeah.
hit the pool,
Drunk golf carting.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's heaven. It's your heaven. It's like you're created.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
maybe you're in like a simulation.
Dude, your heaven could be like, I'm in like a purple cloud surrounded by like Asian women. You know what I
Wow.
mean? That could be your heaven. And that's just what you do for the next 100 years.
That is his heaven.
That is not my heaven. Just want to be clear here. Okay.
For the
Just
record,
saying,
he
just
does
an
have
example.
he has a Japanese baby
Nice.
He has a
Good for him.
Japanese wife,
Excellent.
and he likes the color purple.
I do
So
like
weird.
the color purple.
I did read your profile.
That's
before
the
I
only
came
thing
over.
I like.
I have been stalking you online for like a month.
Thanks, dude.
All right, guys.
Congratulations on
So
the baby, though.
that's pretty much. How can anybody find Mike Dreeland? Like, tell us where they could find you.
You can find me on mdreeland.com for all your creative, interesting needs.
Any like social media stuff or
Yeah, I'm mdreeland at everything. Insta, Facebook,
cool.
X.
Check out Mike
the whole
Dreeland's stuff. He's super impressive. I've got some of his
Thank you,
stuff
dudes.
at home, or you can come to my place and I'll show you a
Don't
really
go to
cool
his
piece
place.
on the
That's a
wall.
trap.
It's got a couple
It's even
beautiful
got. I have like.
pieces.
It's got its own light, by the
It
way.
does. That's a good call.
I bought a
like gallery
light
style
for-
lighting. It's what I
yeah.
recommend all my clients.
So we'll see you next time on Close the Door Behind You. Peace out.
Good times, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.